eyes on the Ondo and Edo governorship elections. And the reasons are just because already we are knowing those who will fly the flags of the different political parties. Tonight, we're going to be speaking with one of the front runners in the race, this time in Ondo State. The Ondo State PDP governorship candidate is here to delve into the intricacies of the post-primary issues, the manifesto highlights, and the essence of victory. As the political landscape of Ondo State undergoes significant shifts, it's imperative to gain insight from those at the forefront. Today, we understand that he got a certificate of return. So let's get talking. I'm being joined by a former deputy governor of Ondo State and the PDP governorship candidate in Ondo, Mr. Agboola, who joins us live here in our Abuja studio. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, sir.
And congratulations on your victory in getting the ticket of your party.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's some relief for you, isn't it? There is no, your major opponent or the man who defeated you the last time is not on the plate this time around. So you got a ticket.
Yeah, yes, that's politics. And at least I've got the ticket now. He is not contesting. And
but he had interest in contesting. What happened? Did he pull out at the last minute?
That's his own personal decision. It's a constitutional right. He felt that probably maybe because of the conventional arrangement in those states. Just say, okay, let me allow.
And what's this arrangement?
The conventional arrangement in those states that when it comes to the turn of the South, nobody comes out. Come to the North, at least as it is now, the late governor from Ondo North has spent, ordinarily supposed to spend 8 years. So we want to believe that state their tenure. Former governor Olusegun spent 8 years from the central. So it's the turn of the South to produce the next governor from Ondo State. That's the conventional arrangement that we enjoy in Ondo State.
So you think it's the turn of the South?
Oh, yeah. If you look at the two political parties, all of us are from the South. All of us.
The two
major parties, PDP is from the South, APC also from the South. So that's an arrangement that's already there.
So it's an unwritten arrangement and convention that everybody seems to fall in line with.
Both Obas, traditional rulers, everybody are already in line with that conventional arrangements. And give us peace. Give us peace.
I mean, you were, I'm not sure a lot of people remember that you were the deputy to the late governor Akeredolu.
You think so?
Some people who I mean, it's 4 years now since you left office, isn't it?
It's not up to. I left office in 2021, February 24th precisely. And this is 2023.
Reminiscing on working with late Akeredolu, what was it like?
Well, it wasn't a bad thing, actually. I worked with him as a deputy governor. We worked together. At a time, we also disagreed. But Akeredolu, I want to tell you, he was a nice man. He's not alive today, so I don't want to really discuss about him. We should allow the man to go and rest.
But I'm looking at the fact that your time in the APC and being a deputy governor, would you say you really serve the people of Ondo State to the best of your ability and to the dictate of the Constitution? Was it to the point that you think that you could serve?
Well, to the best of my ability, and the masses also can testify. I did my best when I was a deputy governor, and these are also part of the credentials that can still make into say I want to come out to contest of anything on those states. So people know that I have the capacity. Agboola is household name in Ondo State. That cannot be erased. So I did my best, and I think I put in my best at that time as a service to the nation, to my state. I'll move on.
But if there was one thing that you probably could have done differently, what would that be?
Well, politics is a dynamic game. If you say anything I would have done differently, how do you mention that? Like I said, I did my best. I did what I could do as a deputy governor.
Did you get a chance to serve to the utmost?
Of course I did. It might not be as exactly what I thought I should deliver, because of that office as a deputy governor. Maybe that's the reason why I said, okay, I want to be the governor, so that people can also know what I can offer.
It was a limiting office.
Oh, to some extent, by the Constitution. And I think the National Assembly should do something about that, spell it out and define the constitutional role for office of a deputy governor and a vice presidential office.
It allows the person occupying that office to be laid back because you are only deputizing when the principal is not around or whatever the principal or how far your principal can allow you go.
That's the office. You can only function at the sound of your principal. And he assign roles to you. And if you feel like he doesn't want to play with you, fine. But I think you should ordinarily amend that aspect and give them a constitutional role to make them more relevant. Because it's a joint ticket. It's a joint ticket. If I'm governor of Ondo State, I'm going to do a different thing. Keep my deputy governor busy. Let him also offer, let people see him as part of the government. So I'm not surprised. Everywhere, crisis here and there, and we must address that issue.
But if you become the governor of Ondo State, you will do different with your deputy.
Of course I will.
You allow your deputy to have a free role.
It doesn't take anything away. Rather, it reduces my tension. I was the deputy governor, so I understand the trip. I understand the office very well.
You will not be afraid of political usurpation of your power?
No. How? A governor of a state? Let me tell you, Sheung, I've also served a deputy governor before when I was council chairman for 4 years. So I can understand the office is an office that if the governor wants you to perform, it will reduce the tension on him. Everybody will have access to him, to the deputy governor. You cannot be seeing the governor at all time. So it's an office that if I'm governor, I will strengthen that office and make it very, very effective.
But how would you react to those who think that Agboola was disloyal when you were deputy governor?
Well, I don't want to go to that level. That's their personal opinion, but I think at the end of the day, people felt, this guy was vindicated, we never knew it was like this, it was like that. But like I said, I don't want to discuss my late boss. He has gone, and we should allow him to rest.
You have APC blood running through your veins because APC will look at you and they will think that's our product there. They will think that they borrowed you to the PDP. That's what they will think. APC will think that they made you popular by making you deputy governor. So in some sense, do you still think that you have some links and some alliances in the APC that makes you think maybe your second home is the APC?
Maybe you don't know my background, so let me just tell you. I was a former world chairman. I started politics at a very tender age. Let me just tell you my background. And later, I became a secretary of a ward. Later, I became a university councillor twice. I became a chairman care committee in my local government, the local government. Later, I was elected as a council chair for another 3 years. I was elected to the House of Rep, 2007, 2011, and I became a deputy governor. So it's not as if I just woke up and said, I'm a deputy governor. I have a track record. And as a matter of fact, with due respect to leaders and political officers in Ondo State, I've never seen somebody who must have gotten through all these stages and beat my credentials in Ondo State politics. The two of us are former deputy governors, but I can tell you, we know each other.
Yeah, so it still comes back to what I've said. In all of those things that you have done, ward, ed, and all what have you, you're coming to prominence at the national level, and even at the state level, at that level was because you became a deputy governor.
Every politics is local. Let me tell you, even when I'm relevant at the national level now, I'm not contested to be president of Nigeria. I want to be governor of Ondo State, so I am much relevant. I'm interested in governor of Ondo State. So it implies that people in that state should see me as a fox.
Have you had some kind of conversation with Mr. Eyitayo Jegede?
Oh, yeah, we are talking. I was with him a few days ago. We talk every day. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to attend my program today, but He also said they had 1 or 2 programs in Lagos. So we are talking, we're a member of the same political party.
He's seen as perhaps the leader of your party in the state at the moment.
No, he's one of the leader of PDP in Ondo State.
Who is the leader of the PDP in Ondo State at the moment?
If you look at the hierarchy, we have a former governor there, we have a former deputy governor there.
That's Olusegun Mimiko.
Of course, he's there. He's a member of PDP, and nobody is contesting that with him. But I can also say that Ita Ojegede is one of very prominent leader of PDP in Ondo State.
Did Olusegun Mimiko sponsor you?
No, he's a leader. All of us are his boys.
I'm saying, were you his candidate? That's a.
He doesn't have a candidate. All of us are his. All of us we are together.
Were you at the NWC meeting, which held sometimes in February or March?
No, I was there.
Yeah, but you know that he rooted for a candidate at that meeting.
No, that's a blackmail. He never done that. He never. I was still with him a few days before the election, and he told me everybody should go and slug it out. At the initial stage, as a leader, he tried to intervene and say, maybe we could have a consensus arrangement to avoid spending of money here and there. But you agree that when a contest is involved and the ambition, everybody say no, they want to exercise their franchise constitutional right. So it's okay, no problem. You guys can try your best and see who will get the ticket. And eventually got it. So he never, I said he never supported any one of us. As a matter of fact, he was not even a delegate at all. So he wouldn't.
So let's look at it. Your party seems to be having some issues at the national level. I see some ways that your party is still trying to get itself together at the state level. But let's look at the fact that there are those who are aggrieved from the primaries. Have you been able to speak to them?
In PDP Ondo State?
In the PDP in Ondo State.
Ondo State?
Yes.
No, maybe I should just let you know, this is the first time PDP will conduct an election, and there was no single petition, not even a paid petition. All of us agree because the system was transparent. And let me give that kudos to the deputy governor of Bayelsa State, who was the chairman of the director panel. He had been able to show the whole world. As a matter of fact, I'm sure APC will know that internal democracy is really strengthening, and PDP is enjoying that. So it's a transparent system. Nobody could even say anything.
It's going to be a battle largely of former deputy governors.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Mr. Lucky Ayedatiwa,
yes,
a former deputy governor, Agboola of the PDP, a former deputy governor. As much as we know, these are two political parties that are in the lead, in the race, in the state at the moment. Are you weary of the power of incumbency?
Wow. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa is a friend. As a matter of fact, on the day of primary election, after they have declared me, he called me. Unfortunately, I missed his call. He sent a text to me. I also replied him. When he became governor, I also called him, congratulated him. So we are friends. It doesn't really matter. Power of incumbency.
But when you get into the battlefield, friendship will be on one side, and you will slug it out.
That does not mean that we're not friends. We are still friends. He is a product of APC, well, PDP. So everybody will go to the pool. The masses will say, okay, the two of them are former deputy governors. They will now say, who has the capacity to deliver?
Do you have the capacity?
Of course, I've just been able to list out my position in the past, what I've heard in the past.
Those are political positions. Doesn't mean the capacity to govern.
Capacity and experience and character. These are legitimate weapons that you put together to make a leader. And I have everything it takes to be governor of Ondo State.
So you are not worried about
not at all.
Lucky Ayedatiwa, who is the sitting governor?
It doesn't really matter. We have defeated many governors in the past. It doesn't really matter. The people will judge who is going to be the governor. They will look at all. And let me tell you, anybody who's going to emerge in this contest is going to be the only PDP that will vote for the person. If I'm going to win the election, of course I'm going to win. A lot of people will also vote for me. A lot of APC will vote for because they are interested who's going to be their governor. And the masses are watching. They are there. What would they want to say that makes them want to vote for APC? Are you talking about the high cost of living? Is it the decay in infrastructure? I'm talking of insecurity. Obas are kidnapped every day. Is that what they want us to continue?
That was the government you were part of.
It doesn't really matter. I'm talking of
it. It doesn't matter that you were part of that government.
You see, let me tell you, when I was a deputy governor, like I said, I did my best. I was part of those who actually introduced Amateku. It wasn't as worse as this. Politicians were not crying like this everywhere. Everybody, the little I could do, I did, and I offered advice. Of course, remember that I was not the governor.
So the question would be, what is that capacity? Because being in a political party or being in political offices does not necessarily or do not necessarily give you what it takes to be able to govern a state. And if I may ask, what do you think is that most important or fundamental tool that you need to govern Ondo State?
Well, like I said, I've served in various capacities. I've served at the legislative, I've served at the executive, both at the local government and at the state level. So I understand clearly how to run Ondo State, how to make the system work in Ondo State. That is the driving force. I want to make a difference.
What kind of difference are you talking about?
To keep everybody busy and also change the narrative in Ondo State. It's as bad as it is today. If salaries are not paid in Ondo State, nothing goes on. We must be able to change the narrative and turn Ondo State to economically viable states.
How do you hope to do that?
It's very simple. I'm from Riverine. All what we just need to do is to link the sea. Construct massive infrastructure that will link the sea, and once you get it, my brother, maybe in the first 2-3 years, it might be difficult for you to actually achieve that. But after 4 years, I can conveniently tell you that I can run on Ondo State without collecting federal government allocation. What Lagos State are doing now, they don't wait for government allocation. What Lagos State are enjoying is not 1/4 of what we have in Ondo State that's untapped. There is a popular saying in Lagos that Tojo Bate Ingbeti, or Joe Kinti. I'm sure you understand what I mean. Do you know what that's called? That Ingbeti? Do you know the Ingbeti? Do you know it?
Of course, our viewers also know.
So the Ingbeti is the sea, the coastal bed. And what we have in Ondo State is far, far, far longer, deeper than what Lagos State has just enjoyed.
And the riverine areas of Ondo State is in a bad shape.
It's not just in a bad shape, it's untapped. Nobody's there.
No, I'm talking about infrastructure.
No life.
I'm talking about the infrastructure.
That's what I'm saying. Don't life.
So you are saying you want to link the riverine areas to the sea.
Oh, that's what we need in Ondo State.
So in terms of transportation or in terms of marine exploitation or what exactly?
Exactly in terms of commerce, marine commerce, entertainment, business and everything. You see, I granted an interview about 2 months ago, and I said, if I'm going to Ondo State, I'm going to link the sea with the rain. From our place to link Itakpe in Kogi State. That will be the closest rail system to the north and to the far east.
What kind of trade do you think will be going on?
Oh, it's a vessel and a commercial rain that will be carrying heavy loads, so that it will reduce the literal of these trailers on our road, destroying roads every day. As a matter of fact, the economic activity will also be there. We make money and government will be doing very well.
But Mr. Ajayi, do you realize the powers of the state in what you say you want to do?
What's the power?
Is it in the purview of the state to be able to walk across the sea?
Is it not my state? Don't I have a territorial boundary? So you now prohibit me from constructing roads and better life on people? I don't understand.
But you know the laws regarding the powers over the sea.
Construction of roads.
You are talking about linkage of sea.
Yes. What I said is to provide massive infrastructure.
It's in the exclusive rights of the federal
to construct a road that will link the sea.
You think you have the powers as a state?
Why can't I just, let me tell you, before the late governor Agago died, he was already doing that. He almost achieved that. It doesn't take more than to achieve that more than maybe with another 30 kilometers we'll have achieved it. And I'm going to do that if I'm going to Ondo State. Once you open up that place, you open up Ondo State for economic activities.
The people of Elijah who are watching right now, the people of Ondo who are watching right now, they will be saying that we don't even have good roads.
That's what I'm saying. The first thing is to massive infrastructure, road construction that will link this area.
Give us an understanding of just how much you think that will cost and how much it will make every month for Ondo State, if you do that.
Well, let me tell you, sir. How much we make in Ondo State, I can't even quantify it.
But because if you are a private sector person, just a moment,
telling you that
if you are collecting money from investors, they will ask you how much do you need to prosecute a project and how much you are hoping to plow back. So if I'm asking right now, it does look like you probably have done some homework in thinking that you want to open up.
Yeah.
So what are the figures that you are looking at? How much will it take to open it up? How much will it be bringing back as benefit and profit to the state?
Well, the first thing, like I said, is to make life better and meaningful for my people in the Riverine. I'm from Riverine too. And I would be stupid to be a governor and I don't put that place for economic activities.
What kind of trade or economic activities do you hope to?
The first thing is, first of all, open the road. Once you open the road, investors will come and bring in their money.
What kind of, wouldn't you just hoping that people will bring? What if it doesn't happen? Because economic activities sometimes are dynamic.
What's going on in Lagos now? Did you beg to go and establish finally in that place? A lot of people are working in Lagos, they live in Ibadan. A lot of Northerners are also in Lagos.
What kind of local economy do you hope to inspire?
The first thing, my brother, is commerce. Keep everybody busy.
With what?
With that asset that God endowed us with in that Riverine. Maybe we have not, maybe because we are not in Riverine. In the Riverine area, there's this popular saying, when you are in the Riverine area, you don't suffer. Ondo State Riverine is the only place where our people are suffering. No road, no light, no water to drink. No access road, no hospital, nothing whatsoever.
So you declare a state of emergency in that region?
Massive infrastructure. And we have the money. We have the, also PDP is there. We will collaborate with NDC and federal government. If we are not in that place, that will not be easy for them to even say this is like just Ondo. We have the oil here. So we must be able to let people feel the impact of whatever they're producing.
If you do not get the mandate of the people, what would you do?
This next election, the people will decide they want the best for themselves. They don't really vote for me. They know the stuff I'm made of. The story has changed in Ondo State. It's not because I'm contesting the election.
You think you are better than Lucky Aiyedatiwa?
Of course, I'm contesting. If I'm not better, would I say I want to contest the election?
What makes you better? What makes you think that you are better than Lucky Aiyedatiwa?
I have a clear vision of how to develop SLD, like SLD, Ondo State at large. So I have the clear vision, and I'm sure the people also know that this guy has what it takes. So they are listening to me now. Some of them are pained that, why can't this guy? Some of them will only pay that, let's just allow him to be governor. But of course, it must go through a process, and I'm very sure they will really vote for me.
Agboola is a PDP governorship candidate in Ondo State, and I wish you the very best. This is not going to be the first, and this is not going to be the last, because the elections are coming, and the campaigns are going to be here too. Thank you so much, indeed, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you, Sean.
May the best man win for the interest of the people of Ondo State.